that which we are about to receive, we thank thee, O Lord.
It's on there. Alright, here we go. Okay, let me grab my phone so I don't lose connection to my headset later on. But just got this loaded up. I didn't record it because it was time consuming and challenging, and I had to kind of figure out what I was doing. It took me about an hour, but we got tension in every single direction on the bottom end of these tanks because I didn't want to throw a strap over it. They said that it's very thin metal, and if I tried to strap it or chain it over the top, it would cave the sides in, and I didn't want to risk that. So I just used the eyes they have around the bottom here. That one I didn't even need, and just put isometric tension on the bottom half of each structure. Pulled forward twice there, pulled back twice there, and then I've got forward tension on each side on this one, and then I've got backward tension on each side on this one, and then I've got another strap on that side because I had a little more weight over there because of a fitting. Got one strap over this. I've got a chain on either side of this holding this skid in place, and then each of these pallets is double and triple strapped, and it's a pretty odd little load, but we're under 13.6, and the hangover's not more than 5 or 6 inches at most on each side, so no permit. Yeah, one thing that I really enjoy doing is taking the truck down streets where it says no trucks. When I look at the map and I can clearly tell that it doesn't matter, I do it, because sometimes going around these bad boys will take an extra 20-30 minutes. It's just not worth it. Or it'll put me downtown and it's tight turns and stuff. It's like, man, I'd rather deal with some residential traffic and some stop signs than I would anything. You know, if I come through, if I'm super wide or I'm super tall, of course I'm not gonna risk it. But I mean, like this tree branch right here, for instance, that might be a little scary if I wasn't willing to go in the lane of oncoming traffic, but I totally am. So it's all good. That guy was friendly, so he waved at me. It's all good in the hood. And my left turn's right up here at the stop sign. No harm, no foul. All good in the hood. Well, we are about to go over Lake Texoma, and I've always loved recording this part of this drive. The battery popped out on me again earlier. I don't know how to prevent that from happening really, but I'm glad that I figured out some really cool stuff. There's some stuff I've tried to record and the stinking battery keeps popping out. I'm not noticing it. But yeah, this is crossing Lake Texoma. Really, really pretty. Rotate the camera a little bit. I'm kind of limited here. I gotta get better at this. Yeah, super, super cool bridge. 377 coming from Whitesboro to Madill. We're on our way to Nebraska. Taking these tanks to Aurora, Colorado. Not Colorado. I always want to say that. Aurora, Nebraska. Every time you think Aurora, you think Colorado. It's Nebraska. Aurora is one of those towns where there's one in every state. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an Aurora in every state. Oh, look at that. Some doves flying over the lake. I don't know. The camera probably didn't catch that. Yeah, man. Really cool. And we're going to be in Oklahoma in 5, 3, 2. Well, we're on 35 north now. The reason I take 377 to 70 and then over to 35 is because, and I probably shouldn't even share this on YouTube, because there's probably some DOT officer that's going to watch it one day. My truck's in perfect shape. All the lights work, the tires all have the appropriate PSI. I've got all my paperwork, I've got my fuel permits, and I've got my, you know, oversized permit. I'm good, totally legal. But DOT will always find a reason to give you a ticket. It don't matter if they don't. If you're an owner op or work for an owner op and you just don't, you know, you're good. They're gonna, if they want to, they're gonna give you a ticket. There's always something they can get you a ticket for. So I've just pretty much decided I'm just not gonna bother with them if I don't have to. So if there's a state line where I can juke and jive around that thing, I'm gonna. It takes me an extra 35, 40 minutes at least to go around that inbound Oklahoma 35, and then on the north end of 35 at nighttime tonight, I'm gonna skate around when 177 7 breaks away from 35. I'm going up to Wichita by way of 177 because I don't want to deal with the Oklahoma scale, because these dudes are gonna, you could be, I mean, everything can be legit. They're gonna give you a ticket. So it's not about safety, it's about getting money off of you. And I won't complain about it too much or hop on a soapbox, but I pretty much decided that if there's a route to go around the scale house, I'm going to. And that's pretty much why I do that, especially if I've got time to kill. Like today, I'm gonna have 2 hours on my drive clock when I get to my drop off. So, you know, maybe an hour, whatever, but I'm not in a rush. So I'm just, you know, taking my time and doing whatever I gotta do. So, Arbuckle Wilderness, I'm glad I came through here and there's still a little bit of daylight. The sunset rather, is gorgeous. And I love coming through here because this is a part of Oklahoma that I've always thought was breathtaking. It's that Turner Falls area around Davis, coming through the Arbuckle. I call them the Arbuckle Hills. Some people call them the Arbuckle Mountains. They're really just big rock structures off 35. But if you're familiar with this area, you know all about these. It's a beautiful part of the state, beautiful part of the country. And I mean, I spent a lot of my childhood out here, summers and stuff out here, and it's just a really cool place. Real special to me. I like coming through here. There's a Hobby Lobby truck. We're in Oklahoma. You know, you start seeing a bunch of Hobby Lobby trucks coming through Turner Falls. Arbuckle Wilderness, next right. Alrighty, arriving at our destination. Popping a left on Tentex. I like that because it sounds like Sentex. You know, like sticky grenades. But yep, we are arriving at our destination, and this is the same place that I loaded up the other tanks that have gone to the same place. There's a big commercial farm in Aurora, Nebraska that needs some big old fertilizer tanks, and that's probably them right there. They've already got it staged for me, so I just gotta kind of come in here. Use this as a turnaround real quick. A whole bunch of steel fabrication spots and whatnot out here. It's a nice flatbed setup right there. Little split axle flatbeds. I don't know if you see it. Try not to do turnarounds that are as tight as this little roundabout you see up here, because it's just an unnecessary amount of pressure on my tires and axles. I'm empty right now, but even loaded, I just don't like to mess with surfaces that look like that. So go ahead. Using a tully like a crane. It is windy out here. I took a strap off that. And that wrapping just disintegrated in the wind, man. All I had to do was unstrap it and it started folding on me. Came inside with tank number 2 and they're craning this bad boy off now. They gotta watch that fan though. Crane for tank number 2. Gotta watch that fan, watch that fan. Watch that fan, baby. All right, you gonna set it down right there. Yeah, buddy. He might slide it around a little more. Oh yeah, he's clear of the fan now. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I was one of the first guys in here. I brought some other tanks that are in one of those rooms over there. And there was nothing in here last time I was up here with the hot shot, bringing smaller tanks and some smaller equipment. Now I've got the rig with some bigger tanks, and I thought they were fertilizer tanks. The first tanks I brought were small fertilizer tanks, like liquid cow feed and fertilizer, I believe. The 2 other runs I did. This one is water tanks. So I think I've brought a good amount of their operation up here. It's kind of fun. Yeah, really, really cool stuff. A new building for this huge thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of farm.
We thank thee, O Lord.
It's on there.